Welcome back. It's day 5 of your 7-day chakra challenge. Day 5 is for the throat chakra or the Vishuddha chakra. Let's begin in child's pose again today. Knees wide, sitting back onto the feet, head down on the mat. Find what feels good with your arms. And just breathe. Relaxing into the mat, into security, being supported by the ground. One more breath. And take your hands underneath your shoulders to press yourself up. Then walk them forward, coming to hands and knees, bringing your knees closer together underneath your hips. We're going to lower down slowly, elbows in towards the body, just the chest to the ground. So rocking forward, lower, squeezing your elbows in, just the chest, keeping your hips up, chin up, exposing the throat. One more breath. And lower your hips down, forehead to the ground, and pressing up. Baby cobra, stretching the legs behind you, pointing the toes, making sure your neck is neutral, just warming up the back body, pressing the heart forward. Lower down, adjust your hands back if you need to come up. Still stretching the feet behind you, opening the heart. Knees down to the mat, sending the hips back in space. Step or carry the right foot forward, coming into our low lunge. And find what feels good, opening up the hips. And let's come to square the hips up. Pull the core in towards the back, lengthening the spine. Shoulders down. Hands to the knee. Keep breathing and keep squaring those hips. Hands down either side of the foot. Tuck the back toes. Shorten the stance. Coming up into that warrior one position with the hips still squaring, front knee bent. And walk up the leg. Coming to a stand. Core up and in. Hips squaring. Pressing down into the floor through both feet. Inhale the arms forward and up. Shoulders dropping down the back. Standing tall, reaching up through the fingertips. And step that left foot forward. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward, bending at the knees, hanging here. Bent knees, you can find a little wiggle. If you need, grab the elbows and swing. Surrender. Just let everything hang. Hands firmly on the ground, stepping back with the right foot into low lunge. The knee comes to the floor. And then find some movement there in the hips. And then come to square up, one hand on each side. Lengthen the spine, pulling the core up towards the spine. Hands come to the knee, lifting up tall, shoulders down. Keep squaring the hips, pulling the right hip forward, left hip back. And hands down to either side of the foot, tucking the back toes, pressing up to shorten the stance, coming into warrior one. Front knee is bent, hips squared, walking up the leg, coming to a stand, engaging the core and pulling up away from the hips as they square, pressing down into the ground with the feet. Inhale the arms forward and up, dropping the shoulders down. Breathing all the time. And step that right foot up to the left. Inhale, lengthening, pressing down into the floor and fold forward, knees bent. Hanging out in Uttanasana. Find what feels good. If you need to straighten one knee at a time. Swing, wiggle. And let's heel toe the feet out so we can prepare for the squat. Toes kind of hanging over the edge. And if you need your block, go ahead and put that down as you lower your hips. And you can use anything as a prop. You can stack some books to put underneath your seat if you need that, or pillows, blankets. And as you're here, making sure to lift up from the pelvic floor, have resistance in the legs and the elbows pushing into them, lengthening the spine, pulling up in the core. And of course, breathing. It's all about the breath. Let's put your hands behind you so you can lower down onto your seat, bringing the bottoms of your feet together and allowing your knees to fall open for Baddha Konasana. Hands come in front, ankles, shins, whatever feels comfortable for you. Lifting up tall. And exhale, slide your hands forward, keeping your spine nice and long. Relaxing in the hip flexors. Every time you exhale, imagine releasing your hips a little bit more. Bring it back up. Close the knees. And now, before we go to Shavasana, we're going to add one more thing. Come down to your elbows. Straighten your legs out. Point the feet. And you can kind of pull your toes back towards you. So it's almost more of a floint, half flexed, half point. And then open your heart and your chest to the sky, and then we're going to let the head come back, tilting the chin up towards the sky and opening up the throat a little bit more. Breathing, keep pressing the chest forward and up. And make sure not to hang your head completely, as that puts some strain on the cervical spine. But think lifting long, elongate the spine, and then it curves at the top. And then relaxing your neck, and you can lower down into Shavasana from there. Get comfortable, flip your palms up. You can press your feet into the ground and lengthen your spine by pulling your tailbone away. And then releasing your legs back down. Surrender to the floor. Take a couple of deep breaths and try an audible sound as you let the air out. Maybe sounds like a yawn or Which actually kind of makes me yawn. Or sigh it out, whatever feels right. Doesn't matter what it sounds like. Maybe it makes you laugh or yawn. I'm going to say a few throat chakra affirmations, and you can just listen or repeat. I communicate effectively and clearly. I speak up for myself. I express my truth. I communicate effectively and clearly. I speak up for myself. I express my truth. You can remain on the floor with your eyes closed while I get up and read you a card. Quest. When I am somewhere else, my life will have meaning. Legend goes, Miss Patriot, the oldest woman in the town of Blue, decides she is ready to set out across the deadly swamp and walk the Navy trail that no one has dared tread before. The wise youngster points out that the swamp has vanished, and the path she seeks is already before her. Miss Patriot sees that her life is not elsewhere, but is in the here and now. Miss Patriot travels home. The Navy trail stretches out before her. Inspiration. You may be on a quest that is unnecessary. Allow yourself the space for self-discovery. Personal inquiry. Is it time to take a risk? Where in my life do I need to walk my talk? Key ideas: being open to wisdom, imagined dangers, commitment to your path. Keywords: courage, journey, answers. Tuck your knees into your chest. Give a squeeze. And then roll to your right side. And use your left hand to press you up, coming to a comfortable seated position. You can have your hands on your knees. I say palms up. And allow your eyes to fall closed on an exhale. of a couple of truths about yourself. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a couple of things that you know about yourself. Now imagine that navy trail stretched out before you. You may see images or hear a song or feel the sun on the path. Allow all sensations. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and consider those truths. Did anything new come to you about your truths? Maybe you want to journal about it. In any case, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.